Welcome to Pregnancy and Postpartum TV. Today we're doing a 15-minute postnatal yoga class that is for breastfeeding. So if your back, neck, shoulders are sore from hunching over and breastfeeding, this is going to feel amazing. We're going to stretch and strengthen. I do have a longer version, but if you only have 15 minutes, this one is great. Besides a mat or comfortable floor to get down on, the only equipment that I would recommend is having a strap. If you don't have a strap, you could also grab a long sleeve shirt or a baby blanket to do one of the stretches. I will keep making postnatal workouts, Pilates, and yoga every week. If you like videos like these, subscribe and hit the notification bell. We can find a comfortable seated position, and you can grab either your strap or your baby blanket or sweatshirt. Let's start by stretching our hands up overhead. We'll take a big inhale, exhale, bring it down again. Inhale up, exhale, down. Now we can bring it up and then stretch as far back as feels good. You'll be able to go farther if your hands are farther apart. Feeling a nice stretch through your chest, keeping your ribs and your core pulled in to protect your core. Let's bend one arm and you can stretch through the front of one shoulder. Switching to the other side. Moving back and forth and taking any movement that feels good here. We can tip to the side, placing one hand on the ground and then stretching up and over with the other arm. Exhale, come on up. Switching to the other side. Exhale, engaging your obliques. Coming up, we can place our strap or our blanket down now. Let's do some easy shoulder rolls. Switching directions. And we'll do some neck rolls. We can tilt our head to one side, come halfway down to the other side. Good. If it feels good, you can take your fingers and gently pull down on the skin in front of your collarbone to give a little extra stretch. Switching sides again. Good. So from here we can move on to all fours. Pushing the ground away with your hands. Let's round out into cat pose, stretching through your back. Inhale, arching, tilting your tailbone up. Exhale, scooping your belly, rounding into cat. One last time, arch. Looking up, good. Coming to a neutral spine, we're going to do some Serratus Push-Ups here for strength and prevention. So we're going to let our upper body sink down towards the ground, push our hands into the ground, pushing our upper body away from the ground. Moving back and forth, keeping your core engaged. Let's do one more. Good. Coming back to a neutral spine, we're moving into bird dog here. The benefit of bird dog is going to come from keeping the rest of our body stable as we lift opposite hand and leg. So exhale, engaging your core, pulling it in, lifting opposite arm and leg off. Releasing down. We'll switch to the other side, not letting your hips sway back and forth. Moving with your breath. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Other side. Let's do one more with each breath. Good. We're going to stretch out in puppy pose now, keeping your hips stacked above your knees. Let's walk our hands forward, releasing our head towards the ground. You can walk your fingertips out, feeling a nice stretch through your back. And your core engaged here, not dumping in your lower back. Steady breath. When you're ready, we can walk it back in again. Let's tuck our toes, pressing into downward dog. We can bend one knee, pedaling out through our heels. Good. Reaching both heels down towards the ground. It doesn't matter if they touch. Spreading your fingers. Slight tuck in your chin for lengthen the back of your neck. Shift your weight forward, looking up between your hands. Let's take tiny steps. You can bend your knees, keep your feet wide as you walk your feet towards your hands. Let's clasp our elbows here, hanging. You can shake your head no. Releasing your clasped elbows. Let's roll up one vertebra at a time. Let's step back to warrior one position, sweeping your arms up, pressing the outside edge of your back foot on the ground, re-engaging your core, turning your palms forward. We're going to pretend there's a wall behind us, and then slide our elbows down, releasing up. Exhale, using your back muscles. Release. Let's slide down one last time. Good. We can release our hands behind us. You can either clasp your hands or clasp your elbows, whatever feels good. Keeping your core engaged, ribs pulled in. Let's open up through our chest. Hands reaching towards the ground behind you. Beautiful. Release. Let's step to the top of the mat. We can step our other foot back. Warrior one on the other side. Sweeping your hands up. Hips are facing towards the front. Palms facing towards your front now. Sliding your elbows and hands down. Lie down one last time. Good. Releasing your hands behind you, clasping your hands or your elbows, keeping your ribs pulled in, gentle chest opener. Coming back up, exhale, releasing to the top of the mat. Bringing your feet wide apart, placing your hands on your hips, looking up, fold forward. If you need to shimmy out your feet to be a little bit wider, you can. Slight pigeon toe here. Let's release our hands to the ground. We can pull our body gently between our legs. Let's shift back and forth, side to side. Little lunges here. You can continue to go back and forth or hang. If you don't have diastasis recti, you can place one hand in front of your face, gently opening up towards the side. Exhale, come back down, switching to the other side. Beautiful. Release down. From here, let's bring our feet in, coming down to our knees. We're going to make our way down onto our backs, gently letting ourselves down on our side, walking your heels in towards your fingertips. Exhale, engage your core, lifting your hips off the ground. We can clasp our hands underneath it, or feel free to leave your hands on the ground if that's not available to you. Then roll your shoulders underneath. Press your hips up a little bit more. Let's take a breath here. Inhale. On our next exhale, we have the option to add a Kegel. Exhale, imagine a blueberry at the opening of your vagina, and then you're pulling it in and up. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's release down. You can roll down one vertebra at a time. Fully relax your pelvic floor. Take a breath. Exhale, lifting up again. You can clasp your hands, pressing your arms into the ground, lifting your hips. Let's exhale again. Kegel. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Good. Releasing down, fully relaxing your pelvic floor. You can move in to happy baby here. So you can pull your knees in. Exhale as you lift your knees. You can either hold onto your knees, or if it's available, flexing your feet. You can reach for the outside edges of your feet or your big toes. Fully releasing through your pelvic floor. If it feels good, you can rock back and forth. Steady breath. Good. If you're holding onto your feet or your knees, we can release down. We're going to move into a reclining twist here. Unless you have diastasis recti, you can grab your knees and rest, stretching out through your lower back. But if it's safe for you, you can take your knees together, and on an exhale, you're going to let them drop to the side for a gentle spinal twist. Steady breaths. If it feels good, you can glance out towards your back hand. On your next exhale, re-engaging your core, coming back through center, moving over to the other side. Exhale, come on up. We're going to move into Shavasana here, so you can either lengthen your feet out, palms up, or you can prop yourself up over a bolster, or if it feels good, you could also rest in child's pose. Wherever you are, let's take a big inhale in. Sigh out, letting any tension go. One more time. Fully relaxing your body, feeling heavy on the ground. Letting your teeth separate, eyes sink back into your head. Your face is relaxed. Your whole body is relaxed. your mind wanders, bring it back to your breath. For these few minutes, you have nowhere else to be, nothing else to do. Just breathe. You can either stay here and rest longer, or if you're ready to finish up with me, you can wiggle your fingers and toes. Stretch them in an opposite direction. Rolling over onto our sides, we can push our way up to a comfortable seated position. I will read the postnatal yoga quote for the day. Always remember you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you've ever imagined, by Dr. Seuss. And I believe this is very true for mothers. You did amazing. I hope that your body is feeling good. I would love to know what you thought of that class in the comments below, and let me know what kind of class you want to see next. I will keep making postnatal yoga, Pilates, and workouts every week. To support me, subscribe and hit the notification bell. I will also link to my free resources for postpartum in the comments below. I have a breastfeeding guide on how to increase milk supply. I also have a guide on how I healed my forefinger diastasis recti gap, as well as a monthly postpartum workout plan. Thank you so much for joining me again. I'm going to link to the whole postpartum playlist. You can save it and come back to the different workouts whenever you like, as well as my postpartum 7-day challenge if you haven't seen that yet.